We're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Plum Crazy Adventure live edition.
Yes, welcome
Dun
back,
dun
guys.
dun!
It's Sunday.
Happy Sunday! It's Sunday Fun Day. We're going to go ahead and let people start getting in here.
Let me move this a little bit more.
Hello. Yeah, we'll move this one out just a tad. Bear with us as we figure out the rest of our equipment, make sure that we've got everything going. Can everybody hear us okay? Christopher says I'm in. Kimberly says hello on Facebook. I love it. We're 30 seconds in. We're already getting people in and communicating with us. They know what I'm going to say. I love that. Thank you so much. Do us a favor. Go ahead. Put in there where you're from. Christopher says that he can hear us really good. That's awesome.
Cool.
And I'm glad that he's with us tonight. Sad that the Daytona 500 isn't running, but glad that he is able to join. So
I'm kind of glad it's not running because then it would, I'd be ducking out to go see who was winning the race and stuff. So.
Yes, this is true.
But,
We're coming into the Sundays being taken over by race week or racing Sundays. So
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know what I was trying to say. From Dad, technically. So, but yes.
Technically, God, smart ass.
All right. So, hello. I know that we weren't on last week. We figured pretty much everybody, even if you're not really into football, was probably watching for commercials and things like that, which is what we tend to do whenever we decide to watch Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday. So, figured we'd give everybody a break.
Yeah, we didn't even do anything last week. We just decided that,
I went to work.
Yeah, you went to work, and I think Nick and I watched the movie. So
yep.
That
was seems kind about of a nice right. Evening. So, but yeah, so hopefully all of you guys have had a good couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Not was for Taylor Swift. I wasn't going to say that, but I'm sure there were a lot of people that watched it for Taylor Swift.
I'm telling you, that's who I was rooting for to have a wardrobe malfunction. I mean. Kind of like a Janet Jackson thing.
Anyway, yeah, well.
Never mind.
We didn't watch that one either. So
I did.
You did? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, good game last week is what your mom says. So,
yeah.
Alrighty. So this week we kind of wanted to start thinking a little bit farther ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, now is the time to start thinking about graduation trips with your seniors, whether they're seniors from high school, seniors in college. Christopher said, I want Shania Twain to do halftime show so that when she comes out and goes, I feel like a woman, I can dance around the house to it. I love that. That is definitely something you would do, Christopher. So I am all for that. Shania Twain 2025.
Definitely record that so we can definitely get that on TikTok. So
yes, that would be amazing. So
anyway.
But yeah, so we want to talk about graduation trips. And if you guys have started thinking about them, if that's something that is even on your radar for this year, and just kind of give you guys some ideas. So I was doing a little bit of research this afternoon because I was curious. I've had a couple of people reach out, just kind of getting a feel for some things. But I was curious as to what like the national consensus is. Like, okay, what's the most popular graduation trips for a lot of people? And New York City is actually one of the #1 destinations for graduates going and visiting. And I thought that was really cool and interesting.
Yep.
I love New York. It's definitely not a place I could live.
No.
Short trips are the way to go because anxiety tends to kick in after a while. But I thought that was really great that New York City's one. And that's something we've been a few times. We can definitely help you guys plan that out if that's something you're thinking about. And then there were some others on here that I thought were really interesting. Virginia Beach was one. I think everybody thinks about the beach whenever they're, classes are done. I'm going to go have a nice tropical drink, even if it's a mocktail, if it's a high schooler, and go and have some fun. So and then Los Angeles was another one, which I thought was definitely very fitting. Chicago surprised me.
A lot of stuff to do in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Chicago's another good one too. There's a lot of arts and stuff you can do there too.
Exactly. Hawaii, which I feel like Hawaii should be on anybody's list for anything. Honeymoon, graduation, 16th birthday. 5th birthday. Who cares? Let's just go to Hawaii.
For the hell of it.
Yep. just because. And then Miami was another really big one.
Of course, Miami.
So those are the nationals. Of course, I'm always going to push for cruising because you get a lot more. I feel like in a lot of ways you get a lot more bang for your buck, getting to go and see different countries and experience different cultures. So I'm always going to push for that. One of my favorite places is New York City. Mike said Marietta. I don't think that's necessarily a graduation destination. And then
no, he's just saying he's checking in from Marietta.
Oh, okay. And
it's
then
not
Chris
a graduation.
Said, so Noah graduates this year. Does that mean Noah gets a trip? Well, Noah actually didn't get a senior trip, really. JT did, but Noah did not. So we've been talking about that, but he's got to figure out where he's going for work before we could plan anything like that. So John Stone says Thailand. That is a long flight, John, and you've done that several times over the past couple of years. You were aware. But
gorgeous.
It's absolutely beautiful. Your photos are amazing, and I cannot get over how far the U.S. dollar goes when you're in Thailand.
Yeah.
So
keep sending those photos. I love it.
Yep. So. And then Christopher says, I did too. I went to 8 weeks of chaos. Christopher, you did get your graduation trip. We went to Chincoteague before you left.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So that was where you wanted to go. Mike Snyder says, we have nice beaches. No, you don't. You have the gunk of the Ohio River. That is the Marietta Beach. Yuck. But one of the things that one place that I absolutely love that we actually did with JT is Universal Orlando Parks and Resorts.
Yes.
And that was JT's graduation trip, was going to Universal. I would love to go back to Chincoteague again. Yes, Christopher, we can talk about that at another point in time because we've been starting to get the itch as well.
Yep.
But anyway, Universal Orlando is an absolutely fantastic destination for graduates, whether you are high school seniors going off and enjoying the world, or if you are a college graduate and you're wanting to go and blow off some steam, because there's something for everybody. There's roller coasters, there's good food, fantastic drinks, mocktails or alcoholic, whichever you choose. And there's a lot of things for you to do and really amazing accommodations. So it's really an all-in-one vacation. You can do long weekends, you can do a full week if you wanted to, and you're going to be able to have a really great time.
Yeah, I totally agree with that 100%. The destination going to Universal Orlando is wonderful because you've got the opportunity to listen to great music, see great performers, great actors and actresses. You get to meet the characters. You get to ride the movies. You know, the rides of the movies. I mean, there's so many little things that you get to do just inside there. And my God, the food all around in City Walk. You can experience Patty O'Brien's. You can go to the NBC Cafe. You can have Voodoo Donuts if you just want something to snack on, or if you just want a Whopper from Burger King.
Yeah, there's a BK right there. Believe it or not.
There.
So
if you guys wanted to go see a movie, you can go do that. Play putt golf. There's one thing we've never done yet. We're gonna have
Disney
to do
or
that.
Universal.
Yeah, either one. But there's so many little things that you can do without even entering inside the parks. You can just go hang out on the outside at City Walk and have a lot of fun and enjoy your time there. Just by doing that too.
Exactly. It's absolutely amazing. So we highly recommend it. And there's several things that kind of go into the Universal parks. Salt Fork, nice beaches. Mike, I'm going to kick you off. Stop it.
If you can see the other side, it ain't a beach to me. I want to be able to look across and go, I don't see land on the other side.
I was going to say, we barely consider Presque Isle a beach. So, we do, but we don't.
It's our way of getting that little bit of wave therapy.
Yes.
So we go there because you can't see the land on the other side, but it's the waves are only like that tall. You know?
I was going to say, you definitely know that it's not the ocean.
Yeah, occasionally you'll get a boat go by and the waves will get a little bit bigger. But,
Yep. Technically, y'all have a beach within 300 yards of you. I don't consider that a beach. I consider that a quagmire of rock and glass. So no.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm not digging my toes into that.
No, I'd rather dig my toes into the beach down south.
Yeah,
on the coast.
So regardless, because this is just derailing wonderfully. So back to Universal Parks and Resorts. So one reason why I think it's such a great place for you to be able to go with your graduates is it's really a great place, especially if you have high schoolers that are graduating. It's a really nice way of getting them to feel welcome.
Stop.
It's a really great way of getting them to feel like that next step into adulthood, because you really do have all of these different options and things. It's a safe environment. Generally speaking, I mean, obviously you don't want to go stupid, but if they want to, if you're staying on a resort, and you want to and the kids, they're wanting to go and they're wanting to have some fun and be out a little bit later, maybe at City Walk, they're going to be able to do that. And so it's a really great way of kind of introducing them to what life is going to be like after they're out of the house a little bit, I feel like. So
now, one thing that we did do, and this was with Jonathan, we took him down there, and actually we were down there before he graduated, and we took him around and did senior photos with him in front of the castle, Harry, with him in his robes and has the wand. We took him over and did photos over by the DeLorean and the train from Back to the Future, just all over the parks, and did some wonderful photos.
Yeah.
And Noah was was the photographer of his senior photos.
Yes.
So he did an amazing job. And I'm going to tell you what, some of these photos that came out was...
I got some rather photogenic boys, if I say so
I'm
myself.
going to tell you what, they were like professional photos, you know? I mean, they look really good. And a lot of them are just, we still can't believe how good and clean he used to look.
Yeah, well.
So
he can clean up well when he chooses to.
Yeah, he can.
I guess it's the age. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it was an awesome way to be able to celebrate his senior year, and be able to have some awesome photos for him to be able to, like, if he wanted to email them to people or send them out and stuff, or print them off and hand them out, he could. But that's just one more thing that you can think of. And they're completely fine with you doing photos and stuff like that.
Oh, yes, definitely.
They don't have any problems or any issues. But you can also always have the cast members that are there taking photos and stuff for you and your families to include them as a senior photo, too. So
yes,
you could definitely get
whether
some really
you have
cool...
the photo package, which is well worth it, and you get a lot of really great photos and stuff with that. Or just even a janitor. Hey, would you mind taking a quick photo of us?
Right.
And they're generally, the team members are fantastic.
Yeah, anybody
they're generally thrilled to be a part of that for you.
Anybody that works at Universal has always been great and treated us great.
Yeah.
I've never had an issue. And of course, nowhere at Disney either, but Universal, they are so wonderful. They treat the people great. Totally love going to see these people and then going to their parks and the resorts.
With the special Universal brand, which is nice. It's a little edgier, a little less... anything I can do for you, I'll do it right now. You're definitely treated like a person, but expected to treat them as equals as well. So I really like how they handle it there.
And so friendly. Everybody's so friendly. So.
Yes.
Like, you just walk by and hello, hi.
Yep.
So. And
they're not afraid to give you crap if you deserve it too, which is hilarious when you've got kids that are on that cusp and you're like, guess what?
Yep. Love it.
Still getting knocked down a peg. I love it. So.
But go ahead.
Another thing that I really like about it, Universal Parks and Resorts, is there's so many different things that you can do with your kids. Whether, again, I'm calling them kids. They're young adults. I mean, they're always going to be our kids. Am I right? But there's so many different things that you can do with them. If you want to ride roller coasters and really get the scream on, there's plenty of that for you to do there. There's also some really nostalgic things to do. Or even one of my favorites is I love doing the shooter style games because I like that competition with them. And it helps that they're all stormtroopers and they can't hit the broadside of a barn. So I always win. But riding MIB over and over again, I don't cheat. You guys are just terrible shots. But being able to play MIB with them over and over again and doing that's always so much fun as far to me, that is. And then, for instance, going on Kong, that's always a fun thing, not necessarily because of the Kong ride itself. It actually makes me just a little bit motion sickness, but being able to go through that queue and, is somebody going to get you? And then and you scare them, or they scare you, and it's a fun time.
Yeah.
So always highly recommend going and enjoying that. And then the food. The food's another thing that I actually really like about Universal.
Mythos.
Mythos is fantastic.
I
We
love
really
Mythos.
enjoy the theming. I was actually talking to somebody last week that said that they didn't like it. They didn't like the food and they didn't like the theming, and they picked it apart the whole time. And I really had to bite my tongue because I know that they didn't understand what the theming was.
Yeah.
And so definitely that is something where if you are thinking about doing a vacation and you want to have a better understanding of what it is you're going to be walking around in and doing, I have all of these fun cheat sheets and everything that I can kind of share with you, or just have conversations until your head's ready to explode.
Yeah. The one other place I really love to go is Confisco's.
Yes.
I love going there because their nachos are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Fresh cilantro on top of it, fresh sliced jalapenos.
Yep. Absolutely. And the other thing is there's so much shopping that you can do. And there's something for everybody. So I really enjoy that. And
I know, Leo, I know you like Mythos, or you like Louis Pizza. Calm down. He's trying to put his 2 cents in about the pizza place there. So,
for the record, our dog has not been to Universal. He's not a service dog.
Not yet.
No, you would have to be his service animal.
I would. He'd be sitting there going, "Oh my God, what's going on?"
We have a great Dane that thinks he's a Chihuahua and shakes the whole time.
Yep.
So love him dearly.
Yep.
But anyway, but the shopping is really, there's tons of shopping that you can do. And this doesn't just be within the parks. I mean, granted, there's tons of shopping you can do in the parks. Highly recommend getting your robes at Madame Malkin's and Hogsmeade, things like that. But Diagon Alley, I mean. But there's also a lot of really cool shopping that you can do either in City Walk or even at the hotels. Portofino Bay has some of the best shopping areas I've ever seen. I think it's absolutely beautiful and amazing. Yeah. They also have fantastic dining. So I really like how inclusive everything is, where you get off the airplane at the airport, you go get your bags, you get picked up, and then go straight over to your resort, whichever one you choose. Yeah. It's not this like whole mind-boggling, like, oh my God, there's 30 plus choices, which is helpful. Figure out which one's going to be the best fit for your budget and also for what you want to do. And then you get there and it's all taken care of for you. Like it's such a nice, relaxing, easygoing trip, which I don't think a lot of people really understand, because especially if you happen to be Disney goers, it's go. 60 days out, I have to have all of my dining planned. Okay, 30 days out. Well, let's make sure that we have our plan in place. The morning of 7 a.m. Okay, is that Genie Plus booked? Okay, we've got our first one. Now we got to get this one booked and this one booked and this one booked. It is such a regimented, let's get this and this and this done. Universal, you get up in the morning, you're like,
let's go do this.
I think we're going to go into City Walk and see how long the line is at Voodoo Donut. Or, okay, we're going to do the early park admission and we're going to go over to Hagrid's. And then after Hagrid's is done, let's have a leisurely breakfast over the Three Broomsticks. Or, we slept in because we had so much fun in City Walk last night. We didn't get in until 2 a.m. Let's go ahead and it's already noon, but I still am kind of hungry for breakfast. Let's stop over at Today Cafe and get a breakfast sandwich.
Right.
So
there's so many ways that you can do Universal. I just don't see having a bad day at Universal.
No.
Ever.
And it doesn't have to be planned out either. It can definitely be one of those things where you're like, you know what, I want to sleep in, but you and Nick, you guys want to go and ride some rides for a while. Well, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and just sleep in for another couple of hours. I'll meet you guys there in a little bit.
Yeah, so, like that ever happens.
It's the other way around.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I sleep in, she takes off with Nick.
Yeah, we do.
But no, it's a great place to go do this. And let's go back to the shopping for a second here. Okay. First of all, I want to talk about actually going into some of the themed shops. Okay. Like, for instance, when they have the Jurassic Park themed shop.
Oh, like the tribute stores.
The tribute stores, yes.
Okay.
Took the words right out of my mouth. But anyway, going into those tribute stores and shopping in those, they're so cool because everything that you're shopping, but you're getting some of the unique merchandise, but you're also seeing some of the film stuff that all around on the walls and the ceilings, and it's just really neat to be able to walk through and see how that they put things together. Like, I mean, for instance, like the Beetlejuice one.
Yes.
My gosh, man,
that was cool.
That was so cool, especially where, you know, like when Beetlejuice becomes like the snake on the railing and stuff and has the tail goes like that.
Yeah.
They project it up over the wall and stuff. It is so cool to see that kind of stuff.
And he's talking about the Halloween tribute store that they did back in 2020.
2020.
Because they didn't get to open up the Beetlejuice. Christopher says, I'm getting off. Got to go work on cleaning this house. Got crazy people coming this week.
Wonder who that is.
And then also, I saw it, but I didn't get to talk about it. Mike says, my bank sends me a notification and your mom had said shopping. Ooh, yes, I bet your bank just sent you a notification. And then John Stone says, my wife is awake. I must have done a video chat. John, you should know better than that. She's on the opposite side of the world.
Yeah, shame on you.
So
funny.
But yeah, so we definitely enjoy the shopping. I really enjoy the theme shopping. And one of my favorite shops to go into, and again, this is if you're very into Harry Potter, Wizarding World, things like that. But I absolutely love going into Nocturne Alley and checking out Borgin & Burkes. I always find something new and exciting there that I haven't found anywhere else.
I thought you were going to talk about going into the candy shop.
Well, that's a fun one too. But I like Borgin & Burkes better because they have all kinds of little Easter eggs in there too. That if you really are a big fan of the books or the movies, because for the most part they kind of transcend and go back and forth a little bit on the things that they have. Because let's face it, I mean it's based off the movies, but they have put some Easter eggs in it for us book lovers. Which is so awesome. But I like going in there because there's all kinds of different things that I find that I'm not going to find anywhere else. And it's a really cool experience. Literally, I mean, it's generally at least 10 degrees cooler inside of Nocturne Alley as compared to everywhere else. If you need an AC fix, that's the place to go in the summertime.
Now, I was talking about going to the candy shop, which is, I can't think of the name of it for the life of me right now.
Are you talking about the one in Wizarding World?
The one, yeah.
Honeydukes?
Honeydukes, yes, thank you. Yeah, going in there, oh, man. Like, you can't find something sweet to eat in there. You ain't trying because I'm telling you, there is stuff everywhere. Like, you can talk jelly beans, you can get the chocolate frogs, you know. I mean, man, it's unbelievable the stuff you can find inside that store.
Now, actually, the sweet shop that I like even better than Honeydukes, which I can't believe I just said that, is when you go into or when you go and you ride the High in the Sky Stooge Trolley, which is one of my favorite attractions at Universal, and you have to go through the confection shop there.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell you how many times it has been like, I'm not smelling it because if I smell it, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
Like, the fudge and oh my gosh, there's so many good things. They used to have these giant cotton candy things that they would do right there for you. I don't know if they've brought that back yet or not. I don't think they have. And your mom says, I ain't eating no chocolate frog.
Yeah.
Well, they've only got one good jump in them, and then the enchantment's pretty much done. So
one good jump. I love it.
So.
I love it. Don't worry, they croak really quick.
So, but like I said, I mean, I hope that you guys can see just how passionate we are about Universal Orlando Parks and Resorts, and there's so many things for you to do there with your budding graduate. And we love it. And we haven't even really gotten into the hotels. Now, generally speaking, I like to recommend for my younger clients or for my clients that have teenagers or young adults is Aventura. It's a great price point. It's very tech forward. So there's a ton of different things. Like you have a tablet that literally controls everything in your room. Very futuristic.
And there's things in there that we still haven't figured out.
Exactly. There's a lot of things that we just don't know how to use.
Even the tech geniuses, that were there with us, JT and Noah, they looked at it and go, I don't know what we're doing with this. Leave it alone before we end up ordering like 20 pizzas for no reason.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So Aventura is definitely one of our favorites.
Rooftop bar. Love it.
Rooftop bar is the top. Got to see the baby elephant at the Savannah this weekend. Now, talk about random. What is she talking
I
about?
have no idea.
Okay. We'll have to go back to that because that totally derailed me.
Yeah, explain a little more there, Mom.
Yeah. But speaking of baby elephants, I also really like the Royal Pacific because, and not because of, but they actually have a water feature in the middle of the hotel that you can walk out into, and it has ribbit, and it has baby elephants. And they're like, "Don't splash the water; you'll scare our elephants."
Yeah,
it's really cute.
Don't throw rocks into the water because it'll scare the elephants.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny.
And I really like Royal Pacific. It's definitely it's island themed. Think of the Polynesian. I think it would be the closest comparison.
Honestly, I think it's better.
But in a lot of ways, it is a lot better.
Yeah, I think it's a lot better.
Doesn't have that iconic lobby, but it does have a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Disney. Her name is Cora. Okay.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that one.
Okay. I'll have to check that out then. But anyway, so Royal Pacific is an absolute amazing one. Generally, this is the one that I send people to just because pricing is a little bit better. It is one of the 3 premier hotels, which means you get the unlimited express pass. So you can go into the express queues for every ride all day, every day that you're there, which is fantastic. And it has a really great themed pool. Which is also nice. And it's walking distance or water taxi ride away from Islands of Adventure and Universal Orlando and City Walk.
Well, if we're going to talk about the hotels that we really like, I'm going to talk about my 2 favorite hotels that are down there. And the first one is the Cabana Bay. I love going to Cabana Bay. I love it because it has lazy rivers, it has 2 different pools. They're 0 entry pools. They're nice. There's sand there. You can lay out on the chairs and stuff and get sun.
She is so cute for an elephant.
Awesome.
So,
we'll have to definitely check it out.
Yeah. And it's a great price point. And there's so much to do. This is your staycation hotel at Universal Resort.
This is a place where I definitely, sorry guys, I definitely loved going because it just puts you back into the mind of the older hotels down in Florida, like we're on the beaches and stuff, where you walked in the front and you looked out the back and you had the great big balcony, which was overlooking the ocean and stuff.
Yeah.
And this is what it reminds you of.
Yep.
And then they also have the towers that overlook the beautiful, beautiful
Volcano Bay.
Yeah. Now, I'm telling you, we actually have one of these rooms and we did a video on it. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you check that out.
We actually weren't in the tower.
Well, we were in one of the rooms with the volcano view.
Yes.
Bay view room.
Yes.
Towers
is next on our list.
Yeah. So, but I mean, just being able to stay there and seeing that volcano change colors in the dark and stuff at nighttime and the water coming out, man, it was beautiful. I mean, it really, really was.
It was amazing.
And now,
your dad is convinced. No, the Polynesian.
You gotta go.
Scott's dad has an absolute obsession with the Polynesian Village Resort at Walt Disney World. So
you really need to go try it.
We have been trying to get him to go and check out Royal Pacific.
Yeah. Now, my second favorite hotel that I really love the most down there.
Can I take a guess?
Go ahead.
It's Hard Rock.
Oh, yeah. Hard Rock Hotel, baby. I love it because it's all the rock and roll, and you get to see all the memorabilia. You get to hear Michael Jackson playing music. You get to hear Bon Jovi playing music. You get to hear all of your favorite stuff like Cher and Lady Gaga. And I mean,
all of the cool artifacts that they have there.
Yeah, and just all the different outfits and stuff that they wore and different things that they've done, instruments that they've played, guitars that they played. I mean, it's a hotel, but it's also like a museum all at the same time.
Yeah,
and let's not forget about the heated 0 entry pool that has a movie theater in the pool, on the pool, where it's like you literally are sitting there watching a movie while you're in there swimming, which they probably played Jaws. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, I think
What's
that
up
hotel.
With you, Nathan Rita? Thanks for joining us on YouTube.
Hey, but I think that hotel itself is probably one of the coolest hotels I've ever stayed in, and the smell, the scent
Yes.
When you first walk in, just wow,
Yeah.
does it hit you, and it never leaves you.
I'm so sad that we hadn't started our YouTube channel when we stayed there, because
Yeah.
it's been on our list to go back.
Yeah.
The problem with Hard Rock is it is the smallest of the 3 premier resorts, and it is the one that sells out the fastest. So there's very rarely a good availability there.
Yeah.
You really have to get on it and book it as soon as rooms open up.
Yeah, we need to do a really cool staycation at that one.
Yeah,
and then
because there's no way I'm leaving the property while I'm staying there, because there's too much to do and see.
There's so
and
much
too much
to do.
food. Oh my gosh, so many great
and
food options.
live music performances being performed every single day there at the Hard Rock Hotel. I mean, it is just phenomenal. I love it.
And we can't talk about all of these others without talking about the 3rd premier resort, which is the Portofino Bay Resort.
Yes.
Now, in my mind, I equate this very similar to the Grand Floridian Resort, not because they match or look anything alike, but because it's the same level of opulence and feeling sophisticated and rich, for lack of a better term. You really, like, I don't know, I can't tell you how many times I've gone into the Grand Floridian and I've been like, I am so underdressed here. Because when you're in Florida and like the hot temperatures, you're wearing shorts or yoga crop pants and tank top or t-shirt and stuff. Same thing with Portofino Bay. You walk in, you're like, ooh, I'm not dressed right for this place. But it's beautiful. The staff's fantastic. They've never made you feel that way. It has nothing to do with the staff. It's just how well themed they have everything.
It's just so gorgeous.
And just literally walking into the Italian Riviera and just like, oh my gosh, I am no longer in Florida.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what, coming back from a long day at the parks or just being over at City Walk, doing some shopping and having some dinner or whatever you're doing, coming back on those boats back in, and you come around that corner and you see that beautiful resort right there in front of you, you literally feel like you're transformed or transported over to Italy. I mean, just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gorgeous, especially
you cross
at nighttime.
underneath of that second bridge and it's like, there it is.
It's just beautiful.
I mean, people talk about the entrance into Pittsburgh, and I swear whoever the Imagineer was has done that Fort Pitt tunnel and gone into Pittsburgh because they managed to recreate that.
Yeah. That's about really on the water. That's the only one I've ever seen something like that. I mean, it's just, it's so cool to be able to just turn the corner and there's this gorgeous resort right in front of you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what, the pools that they have there,
those
really
are amazing.
Cool, like really coolly themed. I know it was me and Jonathan. We took off and we took a walk around and we were looking at the resort in itself. And it's a couple times we said, hell with it. You know, we had shorts on. We went and got in the pool.
Yep.
You know, we didn't care. But I mean, it's a gorgeous place and quiet. Like, it's unbelievable how quiet it is back in there too.
Yeah.
So like, it's a great way to escape away from all the noise and hustle and bustle of Orlando and the parks and everything, and just kick back and sit back on a lawn chair and relax and soak in some sun.
Exactly.
So, plus the food.
There are tons of fantastic food options there. If you're wanting good Italian, family style Italian, this is the place that you're going to want to go to.
Yeah. Make sure you make your reservations, because some of these places, they fill up very fast. That's how popular they are too. So.
Yes, because you'll have a lot of locals that'll come in and help at these places.
Yeah, totally.
So.
I'm going to tell you what, we live down there. We're going to be doing a lot of eating at some of these resorts and stuff, not even going into the parks, just going to the resorts, restaurants and stuff. So
exactly.
I'm telling you. So, but
I mean, and there's a couple of other options too. I mean, there's also there's the dockside and surfside resorts, endless summer resorts, if that's something that you're interested in. I don't generally recommend those as much, just because they're kind of off of the beaten path. They're not part of the bubble. But then there's also oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank on what's called Sapphire Falls. That's another really great one that we can get into at another time. It's absolutely beautiful. This is another staycation type hotel I would recommend. And Universal makes things so easy for you. Like, I can't stress that to the parentals enough. You're dealing with graduation parties. You're dealing with, oh my gosh, my baby's leaving me. And last minute, whether it's them moving out and moving on to their own with their new jobs, or because they're college students, or they are going to college and they have last minute admissions things and stuff that they've got to take care of. I mean, you've got enough stress going on in your life. Universal makes your trip so simple and easy, like from start to finish. We can get your airfare booked all in one package. We can do your your hotel reservations,
transportation,
transportation to and from the airport. We can get your tickets booked.
Yep.
We can get you booked into a certain category. If you're really if you have an absolutely obsessed Harry Potter fanatic, let's get you into that exclusive Wizarding World of Harry Potter package so that they get some freebies and you get free breakfast at Leaky Cauldron and 3 broomsticks. If you've got somebody that is into other things, we can make sure that that's all tied into that package for you.
Yeah, totally.
So they make it so easy. One stop, boom, everything's here, all of listed right there for you. You know exactly what you're paying for, and you're good to go.
Yep. And guys, let's not forget 1 year. Epic.
I know. Yes. So
1 year. We've got 1 year. I'm starting seeing all these new rides. The lands are coming together. I don't know if you guys have seen
Dark Universe.
The beautiful images that they put out where they're basically taking you through a mocked version of what Epic is going to look like.
Yes.
Guys, I'm going to tell you what, this park has got me so excited.
I know.
Cannot wait to go experience this. And the hotel attached to it.
Yes.
That thing looks phenomenal.
Isn't it
already.
Amazing?
It's not even done yet, and it looks phenomenal.
Right.
I cannot wait to see the finished product on this.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get down there, and I cannot wait to start getting you guys all booked on that trip.
Yes.
To go down there to experience Epic Universe for the very, very first time.
Yes. So they do have hotel space already opened up in that new hotel with an opening date for it. They do not have an official opening date yet for Epic Universe. However, we're starting to see some fluctuation in pricing for that hotel, which is telling us maybe around that time frame is when they're hoping to open. So as soon as those packages become available where we can start booking for 2025,
we're going to be all over it.
We will be telling all of you, screaming from the roof.
Yeah.
So
cannot wait. I cannot wait. So.
But and your mom said also got to see the Great American Movie Ride this weekend for the first time. Another Disney plug. Well, apparently your mom's just all about Disney tonight. So
I'm telling you. See, she hasn't experienced Universal yet. She doesn't know.
I know. I need to get her down there.
I know.
She's convinced that she's not going back to Florida. And I'm
no,
I hate to tell you, you're going back.
You're coming. You're going to go. So, But hey, I think this is pretty much about everything that we had to cover tonight. But I did want to take a quick shout out to all the new 488 subscribers to our YouTube channel. Guys, thank you and welcome to
Round
the
of applause. Round of applause.
Family. We do appreciate all the love and support that we continue to get from you guys. And if you know of anybody, please direct them toward us. We would love to hit that 500 mark by March.
Yes.
So
that would be fantastic.
That would be awesome to hit that next milestone right there. That's only 12 more to go. So, guys, help us out. Push our name. Help us get to that 500 mark. So,
also, I want to put this out there. And if it isn't already obvious and apparent, we are travel agents. We are family travel specialists, both of us. If you're thinking about doing a trip of any capacity, even if it's just like a weekend in the mountains, or if you're thinking about going up into Niagara for a long weekend, or maybe you're doing a 3-night cruise, or it doesn't have to be theme parks. Europe. I have people going to Europe next month, guys. I do Europe. A lot of people are always surprised, and I get a lot of it because, I mean, we're very passionate, so we talk a lot about our theme parks because it's something that we're really into, something that Nick's obsessed with because he's in that age bracket. We're soaking in every moment of magic that we can with him.
Yes, we can.
But we do know, and we've traveled to a lot of different destinations, and we can help you with all of these other things. So if you are thinking about doing any kind of a trip, please reach out to us. We would love to be a part of your vacations plans for 2024 and 2025. Definitely. Even 2026 on some cruise lines.
Yes, definitely. And if you guys are looking for a way to just have a weekend away on a cruise ship with no kids, we can hook you up with Virgin Voyages. I'm going to tell you what. Oh, man. Great time. Great time. But for right now, we're talking about those seniors graduating. So, guys, if you got those kids graduating this year and you want to take them on a good trip, we can help you book that trip.
Have that last little bit of magic.
We can even get you down to Universal so you guys can have a little bit of fun and just watch them one more time before they take off and go to college and have fun with them. So, guys, if you're ready to do that, get a hold of us. We'll be glad to help you out. And I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here. And we're going to have some new videos dropping this week. I promise you that because I'm off all this week on vacation. I'm going to help Megan do some video editing.
Yes, I've been really behind. So I'm glad I've got some help this week.
We're going to get some stuff done this week. And we're also going to go down and visit with Chris this week and down in it's in Salem, North Carolina. Hey, I forgot where it was.
Yep.
We're also going to get to go see the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and we're going to go visit the North Carolina Zoo. So those are all going to be 2 new videos that we're going to be doing. Obviously, we won't be showing you where we stay at Chris's apartment, but but those 2 new videos are going to be coming out soon. We're going to get those for you here this week coming up. And we're just excited. We cannot wait to get down there and go see him and see all that stuff and just go have some fun. So
yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Definitely stay tuned to the channel because there is definitely going to be a lot more things coming this year. New things and new exciting announcements that we still can't even talk about yet. So just you guys got to stay tuned.
Yes,
so,
yes, you do.
Anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Yes, we'll be here next Sunday.
Yeah.
As long as nothing happens, we'll be here next Sunday. So same time, same station. So guys, join us if you got the opportunity. And as always, guys, are you guys ready for your next Plum Crazy adventure?
Because we're ready to get you there.
We'll talk to you guys next Sunday. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.